guys, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. Alexa, what's the time please?
The time is 6:41 p.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
It's Saturday the 30th of July.
Alexa, what's the weather like this evening?
This evening, you can expect partly cloudy skies, with temperatures around 17 degrees.
Alexa, can you tell me a joke?
How do you know you're in love with a robot? You feel a little spark.
Oh, that's sweet. That's a lovely joke. I do like that. Right guys, so I haven't done many videos because about 10 to 2 this afternoon I got a call from my mother Jennifer to ask me would I like to go up there today instead of Tuesday. So when I first rang the number back there was no answer. Then I rang my mother's phone number, her landline again, and she answered the phone. And I said, yes, Mum, I would like to go up and see you today. So I was going to take Max out for a walk, as I usually do, my little lovely Chihuahua. I usually take him for a walk between 2 and 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but I haven't done that today in Rochester. I went up to see my mother in Chatham. So she said the taxi's on its way about, I think it was about 2:15 I told my mum to ring me back. And then about 2:30 the taxi arrived and it was the Asian man that says, hello doggy, how's your little doggy? And he went off and he parked round the back and then he turned round to go round the front. And I got into the car and he was nice and polite. He's a nice Asian driver. He's about 60 and he loves dogs. So I took Max with me this afternoon. I took him in the taxi and we left and it was the traffic was pretty okay. The Luton Road in Chatham is closed off, so the taxi's got to go up Chatham Hill. Sorry, dogs are barking again. They started barking when I came back home. So guys, right, the taxi had to go up Chatham Hill and it was diverted and he had to go down some side streets, which he did, which is a tight squeeze. My mum, I paid the taxi driver with a £10 note and there was a small amount of change. My mum had left me a £10 note and a £2 coin to pay the taxi driver with. My mum was sat inside the flat and didn't go out to pay the taxi driver. I paid him. I went inside the flat, the table was set out with a Lucozade, some crisps, some sweets like she used to do for my father, and I went inside and I sat down. Sue and Barry were out, both their cars were not in the driveway, so I took Max out the back and let him relieve himself. Went back in, sat down, and my mum said, you know, would you like a takeaway? So she let me order a pizza. So I had some chicken pieces and takeaway food in that box with the man chef with a moustache. And I haven't eaten this pizza yet. I've taken it home. And this is a chicken like feast pizza. So it's still here and I haven't eaten it yet. I also had some lovely ring donuts. Ring donuts. Here. Just dropped one. It's typical. And that's what they look like. I've had about 6 of those little ring donuts. Pick this one up, which I'm not going to eat, of course. things. Anyway, so the takeaway took almost an hour to arrive, and my mother paid the delivery guy, the pizza guy. And I watched a Ewan McGregor film, which was like a kind of, it was set in a prison. It's quite violent and aggressive, so I turned it off because my mum said it had a lot of swear words in it, so I turned it off and I watched something else. I watched Life is Too Short, which is about a red camper van on YouTube that travels around, and they were going into the Channel Tunnel. So I put YouTube on, I watched Life is Too Short. They go around travelling in a little red like camper van. They're really, really good, and it's a really good channel on YouTube. I used to watch it when my dad was alive. So I watched parts of films, parts of things on YouTube, just like if my dad had been sat there, but he's dead. Derek has been dead for a year on the 25th of August this year. When my mum went out and paid the pizza guy, he asked Jennifer how she was, and she said she was carrying on as usual, like she used to say when my dad was alive, because my dad had a temper, and I'm not Derek, and I'm just trying to keep calm, keep cool, and just be myself, which is naturally quiet. And I like being nice to people. I don't like shouting, I don't like violence, and I don't like people being cruel to animals or children, and that's me. And Derek was a totally different character. He was very, very angry, very, very aggressive, very, very tall, and people were afraid of him. I'm 5'5", I'm very, very small, and people are certainly not afraid of me. They belch and laugh and make rude noises, as I found out when I was coming home in the taxi this evening, that some men think it's funny to belch as a taxi's driving past when I'm sat in the back of it, which I've had a bit from upstairs. Suck it! Haven't we? Anyway, so let's briefly come back to the journey home, and then I can show you a few bits in this video on the next one. So my mum ordered a taxi, and at just about 6:10, and she said he's on its way, so you better go outside. So I took the bags outside my mum's flat and waited for the taxi, which was a red taxi, and nice driver, one I've had before. He opened the boot of the car and I put my bags in the back, and you know, he got the boot out ready, because I had an Elephant bag, a Tesco bag and a Morrison's bag. I had some washing, I had some food my mum gave me and some drink. So the taxi arrives, and you know, get in the taxi and get to the top of Luton Road. He tells me I've got to go up that way. I said that's fine. Went up Thorold Road, I think it is, Thorold, something like that. So it's got Old Hor. Sorry, that's me thinking backwards, but if you go backwards, it spells Old Hor. So we went through Thorold Road onto where Chatham Hill is. We went down that way, past Lansdowne Court where I used to live. Well, not actually past the road, but past Old Road, down New Road, onto Rochester Star Hill, and down and up Old Gas Road, coming down. So the taxi driver said to me, do you want to go round the back? So I went round the back. I didn't go out the front. I haven't been out the front with the taxi. Went round the back, red taxi, and I struggled into my flat with my bags into the lift with the dog, with Max. Struggled into the lift. There was a sweet on the floor, a heart sweet from Haribo Star Mix. That was on the floor by somebody's flat, and some shitty bits in the lift. Got up to the first floor, got into my flat, and I just get indoors and him upstairs, the guy upstairs, goes out to his Ford Mondeo with one of his kids. Just goes out to it, he hasn't driven it off, goes out to it and dogs start barking. Dogs start barking and his kids start making a load of noise. So I'm in my flat by myself, I'm waiting for my mum to call, she usually does, to see if I've got home safe. Max has shared some of that pizza with me. He has some water around there as well. And my mum's given me a few bits. The one bit I'm going to show you is my dad's incontinence sheet. I was given my dad's incontinence bed sheet. Apparently Derek, my father, had a pink one and a blue one. You know, and I've got pets. I've got animals, you know, cats. And I said, yeah, I'll have Dad's incontinence sheet. I'll have it, because the cat's, it's handy if the cat's, it's been washed. And that's handy for my cats, because one of my cats is incontinent. She's old. When I went out of my flat, I had Audible playing Prince Charles Harmony. When I came into my flat, it had finished. I presume the book has ended. Alexa, can you play Audible Harmony, please?
You've finished Harmony. Restarting it.
This is Audible.
Harmony. Written by His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, with Tony Juniper and Ian Skelly, and read by His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales.
Chapter 1. Harmony.
Alexa, so stop. So as I left the flats, that was playing on my Alexa. I rushed out of the flats when the taxi arrived. It's getting noisy upstairs again. The kids are shouting.
I don't know that one.
My mum has given me 7 days worth of meals, including some bacon. I've got that pizza to eat, and she gave me a tiny bit of money to help me out until I next get paid. Because somebody has thieved out of my bank for car insurance, I can't use my bank card, and even if I had money in my bank card, I couldn't use it because my card has been cancelled. I went to my post box. There is no coronavirus kit. There is no bank card. And I think the coronavirus phone message was a scam. I think that's how I got conned. When I got sent a mobile phone message saying I've possibly got coronavirus, I think that was a scam. And that's how my money went missing, so be careful. Someone said to me, how did they know that you could have contracted coronavirus? And I didn't think when I pressed the link on that phone message as to what was happening, you see. I've probably got scammed that way. Because there's been no coronavirus kit. And they took the 99 pence as well, which was kind of them. But if I don't get my bank card by Wednesday or Thursday next week, I'm going to contact my bank again. Because I can't rely on my mum to keep helping me out because my card's been cancelled. I've contacted ClearPay where I started paying instalments for the bed, and they've told me that they can stop the payment for a few days until I get my new bank card. So I'm still going to pay for the bed, and I'll end up probably paying a late charge and more money. Right guys, so I'm going to take Max out a bit later on. I'm taking it easy. I'm not an old whore. I'm a middle-aged woman with trigeminal neuralgia who's tired. I'm middle-aged, I'm not an old lady. I get the gist of what's going on because my mum I know who's making out I'm Jennifer. I've actually been told in no uncertain terms as who's been making out I'm an old lady. And you look upwards, right? Bullying. This kid's stamping on the ceiling right now. I'm really not going to get angry. I'm not Jennifer. I don't get angry. I haven't got my dad's temperament. I've been very, very quiet, and somebody doesn't like it, well, they're going to have to like it and lump it. I'm going to get on with the rest of my evening and do my videos and keep doing them until they get fed up. Have a nice evening. See you later. Bye.